Only a few showers are out there right now, but we, of course, are in a long stretch without any kind of meaningful rainfall here in Austin. KXAN Chief Meteorologist Nick Bannin is looking into this maybe unfortunate streak that we've had.
Yeah, you would really need one of these tiny, very isolated showers to just fall right on Camp Mabry today to end the streak. It is very unlikely that that's going to happen. Let me just recap. Of course, October, very short so far. We've only had 3 days of it. No rain today, no rain this month. But we take you back to September. No rain since the 7th of September. That was the last time it rained at Austin's Camp Mabry. That means that we are now and have experienced 25 consecutive dry days in Austin since it last rained. Since it last rained at least 1/100th of an inch of rain. That's sort of the cutoff for measurable rain. The longest stretches of consecutive dry days in Austin area history, well, the longest is actually back in 1894 into 1895. We had 88 days straight with no measurable rain. 1993 had 65 straight days. 1903 had 63, so we are still a long way from getting into the top stretch of dry air. But problem is, we don't need to have that long of a stretch for it to cause problems. We're already seeing the drought getting worse. This was last week's drought, a big increase in severe drought spreading through the metro and our eastern counties with this week's drought update that came out yesterday. And with very little rain in the forecast over the next week, we anticipate that the drought monitor will likely only get worse here as we head through next week and update it again here next Thursday. All right, let's transition to your forecast as we take you into the first weekend of October. And as we take you outside right now in Bastrop, our Ally Medical Emergency Room camera, a mix of sun and clouds. The clouds starting to build up a little bit. We're right in that window of peak heating, late day, and it's basically our best chance of rain here the next couple of hours of the day, that is. And then as the sun gets lower in the sky, we'll start seeing our chances diminishing into the evening. But you can see where the moisture is coming from. We pointed it out yesterday. It was coming from the northern Gulf through Louisiana, and then it's starting to pivot into portions of Texas anyway. There's still not a lot of rain out there, don't get me wrong, but some rain is some rain, and it's not no rain. So, of course, we're going to keep an eye on it. In high-resolution mode, this green looks a little messy. This is not all reaching the ground. In fact, most of it is not, but radar in more of a high sensitivity mode, so it's picking up on a lot of the moisture, not necessarily just the rain. So let me flip it into the mode that's a little easier to read here. It sort of scans out and takes away all the messy pieces, and you can see a few spotty showers in eastern Travis County. We've got a little bit in Lee and into Fayette counties as well. A slightly heavier downpour over LaGrange. And as we keep an eye on Zilker Park, right there, you can see there's no rain there. There is a little shower, though, between about 183 and SH 130. So we'll keep an eye on that, although this is still fairly light stuff, and it is diving off to the south and west. But if anything, you can get some rain-cooled air briefly for ACL. As we go into the evening, rain chances start to diminish 6, 7 o'clock. I think we're all rained out by 8 o'clock for those of you lucky enough to get it. And then 10 o'clock, clear skies. Overnight, clear skies. Saturday morning, sunny. Sunshine in the morning will give way to a mostly sunny sky in the afternoon. We don't have rain chances in our forecast tomorrow. We think the highest opportunity for rain is going to be west of the hill country, at least the part of the hill country that watches KXAN, that 15-county viewing area we talk so often about. But a few clouds in the afternoon. Then we get into Sunday. We start with sunshine again. Clouds start to bubble up near the middle of the day. There will be a tiny chance of rain coming back on Sunday, but it's a less than 10% one. So 69 here tonight, drying out, a few clouds left over. Here's the rest of ACL Weekend One. Mostly sunny Saturday, 93. 94 Sunday, a few extra scattered clouds and a less than 10% rain chance then. And as far as temperatures go, we stay in the 90s here for the next 7 days. We should be in the upper 80s. So every day above average. And of course, we've been well above average here for the first 3 days of the month. Humidity perspective here will generally be between muggy and humid. So an uptick in the humidity for early next week. Not grossly humid, not oppressive, but you will notice it a bit more. And that's also going to come with some slightly higher rain chances. Monday, 10%, Tuesday, 20% now, Wednesday, 10%, and then it's looking dry Thursday and potentially into weekend 2 of ACL, which begins next Friday.